So I've generated a fair few millions of dollars for myself and for my clients online. And you probably see a video title like this and you're like, another one of these guys, another one of these scammers trying to sell me some course. But no, I don't have a 997 course to sell to you. I'm not going to try and get you on a webinar. I have nothing to sell to you. In fact, I'm just making this video because if I was starting out, I wish I knew this earlier. I wish that when I started out with online business and I wanted to make as much money as possible, even as fast as possible, that I knew this information. Because I'm tired of seeing, all these gurus, all these motivational speakers online give you and sell you the gold, but they're making and profiting millions of dollars off of selling you the shovel. So I want to reveal in this video exactly what the shovel is and how you can get involved in it to actually make money off of it. Because the truth is that in this industry and off this shovel, it's really a small selection of people who make the most of the money. The rest don't make really any. And I want to explain the steps that you need to do to make money off of this opportunity. So it's basically called the education model. You've heard of it online, but you've probably heard of it before. But essentially, what it comes down to is that what I realized very early in my business journey, which I was lucky enough to learn really early, is by working with big companies and working with them and making them a lot of money, I realized that they were selling coaching, consulting, education, information, and they were making millions of dollars. And I was involved in the company. I was marketing for them. I was selling their information, and I would take a tiny percentage off of it. So I'd make some decent money, but nowhere near what these guys are putting in. These guys are putting in millions of dollars. And they did it through this 7-step framework. And I want to just explain exactly how this model works and how I would get started if I was starting from zero. Because I have no shame in saying that I do this. I sell information online. I sell, you could say, courses, which gets a bad rep. But if you do it right and you do it ethical, it is the best type of business to be in. And also, it's the best way you can get results of people. You can run a great legitimate business depending on how you structure it. So let's get right into it. So first things first is you need to have an idea, of course, because if you're going to sell any sort of education, if you're going to sell any sort of transformation, you need to have an idea. So what I want you to do is think about a piece of expertise or a transformation that you've gone through in your life, that you've gotten results for, maybe from someone else, maybe for yourself, that you can sell. There's most likely going to be at least one thing you could think of. So think about that. That's going to be your idea. The next thing is going to be the offer. So the offer is essentially taking the idea and turning it into something that you can actually sell. So this is super important to understand because you could have an idea, but if you don't put it into execution and you don't have an offer that you can sell to people, you're never going to make any money. So an offer is essentially, how I like to look at it is a roadmap that takes someone away from pain towards desire. Now, everyone, whenever they make any sort of purchase, especially when they're purchasing a transformation, which everyone does, is they're trying to get away from pain. They're trying to escape from being in pain and being in the position they're in. And oftentimes, as an inverse to that, they're trying to get to a desired outcome, right? They're trying to achieve something. For example, if you buy from a fitness coach or if you have a personal trainer, you're trying to, most of the time, avoid losing weight and get in better shape so you feel better, maybe you look better around your wife, you look more attractive, whatever it may be. That's an example of a transformation. How you think of this is you need to think of your target customer. So you need to think of where is this person in their life right now and what is the core problem that they are facing in their life right now, which is holding them back and is making them unhappy. And then you've got to think about where do they want to ultimately be? So what outcome do they want to achieve? Where do they want to be in life? How happy do they want to be? How much money do they want to make? Do they want to be a certain weight? Do they want to be married? Whatever it may be. There's so many different ways and outcomes that they could be in, but you need to think about that. So current situation, desired outcome. Then what you want to do is you want to think about the steps that are required, especially if you've been through it, the steps that are required to take someone from that current situation where they're unhappy, wherever they are, and take them to the desired outcome where they achieve what they wanted. So what are the 3 to 5 steps? And that becomes your offer. You sell based on those steps. Pretty simple. But what you then need to think about is, you've created an offer, okay? So typically you're going to have an offer and it's going to fall into 3 different categories. It's going to be health, wealth, or relationships, right? So health, getting people more healthier, etc. Wealth, making more money. Relationships, maybe getting married or having a better relationship with your family, whatever it may be, right? It's going to fall into one of those brackets, and keep that in mind for later in this video where I explain more. Now, okay, so you have an offer, you have something that you can sell to people, but how are you going to get people to buy? Well, you need to have traffic. So you need to have a way of being able to get people to see what you have. Because if you just have an offer, but no one knows like where to go to buy it, like no one can see it, like you're never going to make a sale, right? So what I like to do right away, I mean, if you're starting from scratch, ask around. You might have people in your network already. You might have people who would buy that from you right away. So definitely ask around in your network, because there are going to be people who would probably buy from you. But immediately, in terms of marketing and in terms of marketing strategy, there's lots of ways you can go about it. So you have paid media and you have organic media. So let me explain. Paid media is obviously where you're paying to get ads. You're paying to get eyeballs on what you're doing. Now, this paid media is more expensive, but you're going to see, and it costs more, but you're going to see results faster. That's the key difference. So paid media, it costs more, but you see results faster. Organic is going to be organic marketing, which is, I'll explain right now. Basically, you're going to see slower results, but it's cheaper. So both methods really work. I mean, with paid advertising, what I always recommend is using Instagram or Facebook, and Facebook, sorry, because you've got Instagram and Facebook ads. If you are to do advertising, those are the best platforms to advertise on, like especially at the beginning, because they're the easiest to get up. You're going to get results from them. You can get fast feedback loops and information back on your offer. If I was doing organic, I would be looking at, short form content is obviously doing well right now. I'd be doing YouTube, making content on YouTube, sharing your expertise like I'm doing right now. And you can also start getting into communities. So there's a lot of opportunities with like platforms like School and platforms like, WAP. Like these are good opportunities where you can actually join communities and start landing clients from those communities as well. So I would say content and community. And this is super important to get right, because what a lot of people make the mistake of doing is they just create an offer, but they don't think about how they're going to get traffic to it. They don't think about how they're going to get interest for it. So understanding what you're going to start with is super important. You can do paid media, you can do organic. There's no right or wrong to begin with. You just got to understand that, paid you're going to see faster results, organic you're going to see slower, but organic, you can put content out there and then you'll start getting people attracted to your offer, right? If you put out value and information and talking about the transformation that you help people get, people will be attracted to that and will naturally, end up wanting to buy from you because you give them that value information up front. So the next step is going to be your sales funnel. So the sales funnel is essentially a way that you convert that traffic, and you could say eyeballs, and you actually kind of shortcut and you take them to a conversion. So a sales funnel is like essentially a way to take someone, like I said, who's like an eyeball and turn them into converting into taking an action that you want. So that could be watching a webinar. That could be watching a video of yours. That could be purchasing something, a product, like a low ticket product that you have. It's just a way of being able to take eyeballs and turn them into either dollars or like a warm lead that you can sell to, okay? Now, obviously, sales funnels are really powerful because if you can say, for example, you had a $100 product and, you were able to get 1,000 people on there and you were able to sell 10% of them, that's 100 people at $100 products. That's like an example of what a sales funnel would be. But I wouldn't recommend selling when you're starting out and doing this and you want to get to 10 to 25K a month, selling anything lower ticket. Because lower ticket, it mathematically makes it harder for you to actually make money. Because think about it, the odds are stacked against you in your favor. If you're trying to make 25K a month and you're selling a $50 product, it's going to take you a lot of sales to get that. Whereas if you're selling a 5K product or selling something higher ticket than like that, you only need a few sales to hit that. So always sell high ticket. So when you're doing a funnel and you're trying to get a conversion, you want to be selling high ticket, okay? Now, what I recommend doing with a funnel and when you build a funnel is doing something really simple. So you want to have a funnel and it has something called a VSL. Now a VSL in your funnel is going to explain the transformation that you get for your target audience. So it's like walks through exactly what you do for your target audience. It walks through the 3 to 5 pillars we spoke about a few moments ago, and it shows them exactly how to go from current situation to desired outcome. Okay, and that is what the VSL does. It's like a short video you can make on your iPhone like this, explaining exactly what you do and how you get results. And if you have results already, which we'll speak about in a moment, you can show them in this video. What that's going to do is that's going to hit on the problems and the pains that they're trying to run away from. And you do that by explaining the 3 to 5 steps also of how you help them run away from those pains. And then what you want to do is you want to get them to book a sales call. Now, this is very specific because by them booking a sales call, and this is a key business lesson right here, is that a lot of people make the mistake with this entire process of just creating an offer that they assume people will want to buy, right? So they create an offer from scratch and they're like, everyone's going to want to buy this. This is the most incredible product ever. But you can't assume that people will just buy. You need to actually talk to the market, because the likelihood is, and especially if you're starting from scratch, is that what you create will not be the winning product. It's not going to be the winning offer. It's not going to be what sells people. You're going to need to go through some iterations. And this is why I recommend when you do the funnel, booking sales calls, because you can have 10 to 15 sales calls. And if you think about it, that's 10 to 15 conversations with your ideal customer where you can actually learn from them, get information, and improve your offer and create a winning offer. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. So also you're going to learn one of the most important lessons in business, which is building a key fundamental skill set of being able to do sales. Like no matter what business you run, no matter what you do in the future and what you choose to do, you're going to need sales. And if you can just have enough sales calls, you're going to have a high volume of sales calls. And every single rich person that I know, everyone who's done over 8 figures, they all went for a season where they did a high volume amount of sales, where they had a lot of sales calls and they learned how to sell. And they also learned about people, because the best way to learn about people in order to be able to sell to them is, and also what transformation they want, is to do sales calls. So it's like market research, but then it turns into, a way to obviously sell and make money. So I want you to remember this. The more market research you do, the more money you make. It's that simple. Market research, money. If you just understand your market, you understand who you're selling to, you're going to be able to make a lot of money. So the 5th step is going to be converting them. So after you take enough sales calls and after you tweak the offer where you're selling, like where you're optimizing the offer enough, then you're going to have a winning offer, because you would have built the offer based on speaking to the customers and they tell you what you want. So for example, say you were selling like a fitness offer, or say you were selling a make money offer and you were asking like how they can make money, which, I don't know how many people watching this video will be doing that, but let's just say in make money or fitness, likelihood is people are going to be on those calls and they'll be like, oh, actually, can you change this? Like, I don't want to sacrifice this. I don't want to do this. Like, can we, like, maybe, could you, what if you added this, I would definitely buy. And then they're literally telling you what you want, and you'll be able to adjust and improve the offer because of that. It's like that simple. You'll be able to assess and improve just based on what the market tells you. But I've already told you that enough. So once you get like enough of that though, you're going to be able to start selling people, because you're going to ultimately take enough sales calls where you have this place where you have a winning offer. Okay? And then all you got to figure out now is how much do you want to price. So if you're starting out from beginning, I wouldn't price too high. Like I would keep my prices, lower, especially if you don't have results. So either you first few clients, especially, before you even book sales calls, you likely would have worked with them for free and you would have gotten some results. But with these clients, to get the ball rolling, I would do something like 1.5K for 3 months. And you just work with them, you're going to get experience, you're going to be able to generate better results for them, and then you can use those results to increase your prices over time. So you don't need to start out the gate charging crazy high prices, like $10,000. You charge $10,000 once you're confident that the person comes in and they will most definitely get the substantial result. And that leads me on to the next step, which is not only, just converting them, but actually making sure what you sell works. Because the best framing on a sales call and to convert more customers is being able to tell them, hey, like I got Jennifer, Brian, Jimmy, these results, you can get the same too. Here's how you do it. And then that is the most easy, ethical, I would say, and just simplest way to be able to sell people, just based on your existing results. Just tell them, hey, it worked for them. They're like you. You can get these results too. So the more you work with these customers, the better results you get. But you must have results, because this is going to lay the groundworks for what is the big needle mover here, which is ascension. So what I mean by that is where you're going to start hitting consistent $10,000 to $25,000 months is keeping the clients that you actually sign. So say after 3 months they love your product and you keep paying, and they keep paying you. Maybe they're paying 1.5K a month, but if they love your product and they stay on for a year, then you're earning $18,000 from one client. And over time, you can solve high-level problems for your client. So say you help, whether it's you or someone you're partnered with, helps the ideal customer make more money that you promised them, you can now ascend them on the fact that they can make more money if they just change this about maybe what they do. Maybe they change about their business and they change how they structure their business so they can grow in revenue. Or maybe you have a setup where you're setting some relationship off on helping someone find, their dream girlfriend or fix their relationship, and now they fixed it, or now they found that dream girlfriend, they want to get married. Or maybe they want to start to lose weight, or they've started to lose weight, and now they want to gain muscle mass, or they want to maintain losing weight. This is all dependent on your expertise. And by the way, I'm not saying in this video, go and run off and make a crazy, if you never, if you don't have experience with dating or relationships, don't have a dating offer. If you don't have experience with fitness, building muscle, don't start a health offer, obviously. But do something that you have your expertise around. It could be really anything. It could be painting, for example. It's all about finding your ideal audience through education. And if you have something that you've gone for and you've got a transformation for, there are other people in the world who also want that transformation who you can get that for. And that's what it's really about. This is what everything here is about. So the ascension is where you're going to make a lot of money, because this is where you build a really profitable online business, because it's easier to sell to existing customers, because as long as you get them results, they're going to want more value from you. It's actually 65% easier to sell to an existing customer. And this is proven across all businesses, not just education. For example, Starbucks, they obviously charge $5 a coffee, probably more now. They charge probably $10 a coffee. But okay, they charge $10 a coffee, but people keep coming back for more. And it's actually proven, and if you just Google and you look online, that Starbucks lifetime value, so how much a customer pays to them across the duration of using Starbucks, they make something crazy $12 to $14,000 from coffee. But that is where you make a lot of money in business, and that's the easiest way to get to $10,000 to $25,000 a month, is being able to ascend. So to summarize this, idea. You want to go take an idea that you have, and that you've gone for a transformation, or you've helped other people get a transformation for, ideally both. You create an offer for it, an offer that is going to help other people get that transformation, and it can be in health, wealth, relationships. You need traffic, so you need a way to get eyeballs, and you can do that through organic marketing, which is slower. It's a little bit slower because you're just posting content, and unless your content pops off right away, it's going to be a little bit slower. But it's it's no upfront cost. You just got to post content. Or you can do paid marketing, where you can just post ads on Instagram, Facebook, and you can get fast feedback loops. And it's a little bit more expensive. It costs a little bit more upfront, but you can get quicker results. Then you want a funnel. Once you get all this traffic and people in your ecosystem, through your ads or watching your content, you want a way to funnel them into booking a call with you. on that sales call at the beginning, you're going to find out information from them. You're going to find out what they actually want and continue to tweak and reposition your offer to serve what they actually want so you can make money, so you can actually sell something that the market wants and have what you call product market fit. And then you got to get the results. You got to get results for whatever you're selling, and you got to be able to transform people's lives in a positive way, because what that means is that you're going to be able to ascend more of your customers, and it becomes a flywheel. It's like ascension, and then that goes all the way out to get more traffic. And if I just draw this out just to show you, it really just starts back up from here. And this is like a flywheel. You start with idea offer, you go to traffic funnel, convert results. Then when you get to ascension, you can continue to send more people and you can make more money. And then that can help you, reinvest in maybe more advertising or making better content so you can get more traffic, continue to funnel them, convert them, and get them results. So this is how, I've made money for myself. This is what I'm actively doing. I do paid traffic, for example. This is how I've made my clients millions of dollars online, and we continue to do so for our clients, and I'm doing for myself right now. And this is what people, don't tell you online. This is not what the gurus and the motivational speakers tell you, because they're actually doing this to you. This is the framework, and this is the type of flywheel that they use to sell you on their opportunities. But if you really want to make money, sell the opportunity. So you want to be selling the opportunity. You want to be selling the shovel, or using the shovel to get results. So if you like this video, then check out my Instagram. I've got more content on YouTube about this stuff. But I really wanted to just share this because I knew it would be valuable for you. So I'll see you in the next video.